Hey, welcome to the Aeromir Roundtable. Today's the 28th of August, 2024, and a special guest, Rory Powers from Right Line Trading. I had a nice talk with Rory a week or so ago, and it all started with Eric from our trading room, who's been using Right Line Trading's indicators for a long time. He didn't say how long, but it's been, I guess, multiple years. So Eric is highly recommends you guys. So I gave Rory a call, and they had an interesting auto AI auto trader and gave me a good price on it. So I decided I'm kind of the community guinea pig. So I jumped in and we'll take a look at it. I have lots of time. It's a lifetime thing, so I'm not rushed at all. But and you guys just released a new version too. So Rory, really excited to have you here and learn all about right line trading and your auto trader and whatever else you want to talk about. So welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Tom. Really, I really appreciate you having me on your venue. Thank you very much.
You're
Eric
welcome.
has been I know Eric. I mean, it must we must go back to at least 5, maybe even 10 years. Really long time. So he's
He
a
said it
great
was a long
guy.
time. Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you as well. I wanted to take a second to thank Eric for the introduction. And thanks again for having me on the roundtable today.
No, you're welcome.
What I wanted to highlight is our AI auto trader, and here at Right Line Trading, we've been around for about 12 or 13 years now, and we've developed a really exciting automated strategy that runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. So what's required to run it is NinjaTrader 8 and a live data feed. And if you have both of those things, you're in business. So just a quick disclaimer that I am not a licensed financial advisor. That trading the financial markets does come with substantial amount of risk. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. I don't want to take a lot of time with my slide deck. I want to really go to my workspace. But before I do, I just want to tell you a little bit about the company that I work for. Right Line Trading has been around for, like I mentioned, about a dozen years. It's not me alone pulling the switches and flipping all the levers. Really part of a really educated and experienced team of traders and software developers. We, have a variety of different ways that we leverage our trading signals. Um, our mandate as software developers is to help predict the future direction of price. Also, defining risk and being able to sidestep losing trades is probably just as important as determining the future direction of price. So, just a very brief introduction. We leverage our system to primarily trade the options and futures markets. We have a few traders who do the futures, and we have a professional options trader. Craig Emery's a futures, David Kushner is our prop, David Wise is our options. Behind the desks here, I have two software developers that both have master's degrees in computer science with Charles and Sergio. The team is led by Mark Miller, who just so happens is a U.S. Army vet. He got his MBA from Cal State, and he, his MBA and his experience lies in, believe it or not, robotics and automation. So he recently purchased the company about 2 years ago. The gentleman he purchased it from, just to lay a little bit of a foundation without putting you to sleep, Mark Sachs was the original owner. Mark Sachs happened to be, one of the most intelligent guys you'd probably ever meet in your life. He's like, it's like TMI. If imagine somebody's brain just carrying way too much information. This guy knows a lot about everything. Most people know a little bit about it. A lot about a few things, and it's very specified. But he happens to be one of these people that's extremely intelligent. Anyway, he built a beautiful foundation of indicators that runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And really, what makes them unique is they're looking at a multi time frame assessment of trend for one, a multi-time frame assessment of momentum, and a multi-time time frame assessment of we use order flow or a neural net that also in our trading systems looks at some um, some markets that correlate. So the system, the chart that I'm showing now is the chart that the AI auto trader. These are what the indicators look like that the system is leveraging, and the conditions in order for it to execute a trade. We've defined that this pink area on my chart, which is called our bias indicator, is letting us know that on two higher time frames to the 30 range, my data series on this particular chart is a 30 range chart. It's also looking at two higher time frames that are looking at fib numbers. And when those are in alignment, I get that pink background color on my trading chart. And we've defined that this is an area to go short, and the amount of risk is significantly reduced when we take entries when we have this multi-time frame alignment of trend. And we also are looking at market internals. So really the mandate is to follow in the direction that the large institutions are created, which is kind of becoming a catchphrase without real answers on how we do it. So the way that we follow in the direction of large institutions is what we look at a disparity between uptick versus downtick. And when there's a lot more sellers in the market and there's a lot more downtick, we know that price has a really good chance of being driven lower. And listen, back before this bias indicator, that's what we call this indicator with the pink background. What we used to do is we used to open up a second chart of a higher time frame, maybe of a 5-minute or a 15-minute chart, to see if we're taking an entry on the 30 range, whether it's an alignment on that higher time frame, because we don't want to take a counter trend trade. So that's really the one of the most powerful indicators of our system is the market internals and that multi-time frame assessment of trend that really gets us into the highest probability entries. But a little more about that later. So the perfect handoff was Mark Sachs, who was a mathematical modeling genius that developed these indicators that are extremely powerful, handed the baton off to Mark Miller, who has his MBA in robotics. And and let me tell you, I truly believe that we are in the midst of an AI revolution. I really think that we're just scratching the surface on the full capabilities of what this artificial intelligence has in store for us. And we're kind of integrating some really powerful AI integrations that I'm going to go into a little more detail in just a few moments. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself, Tom. I want to thank you again for the beautiful introduction. I've been with Right Line Trading for about 11 years now. My name's Rory Powers, Syracuse University graduate. I've been trading the financial markets for about the same time as I've been here with the company, for about a dozen years. And I've been blessed with a beautiful wife and 2 children. We reside down in South Florida, and this was a recent fishing trip. I'm an avid saltwater fisherman. I live right next to the Florida Keys, and on this particular day, Sergio, Mark, and myself caught a beautiful red grouper, tilefish, and some snapper. But enough about me. So I really want to get into the benefits. We've narrowed it down to 2 things that we believe are going to create trading success. Number one, we need to have the proper tool set. Listen, as retail traders, we need an edge over the other retail traders. We want to come to the fight because, I like to, turn this into a battle, because really that's what it is. It is a battle. And who are we in battle against are the other retail traders. Chances are we're not going to win money from these large hedge funds or institutional traders. They're too big and have too much money. So we want to have a more powerful system We want to have a better signals than the other retail traders. And what I'm about to show you is truly a powerhouse of a system. And I'm gonna show my workspace in just a moment. But ideally, because some of us, I'm going to, make a confession. You probably have heard webinars or presentations from traders that are great traders. I can't classify myself as a great trader. In fact, I would call myself almost the opposite. I'm a pretty lousy trader. So ideally for me, I'm looking for a system that can automatically get me in and out of these trades at the most opportune times and not make as many blunders and mistakes that I seem to be able to. That's about the only thing that I'm consistent at. When I execute trades on my own, is I'm consistent at blowing accounts. At finding the losing trades. It almost seems like the system is rigged against me. When they see my stop, they find it and they get it. So that was really the genesis of the AI auto trader. I've had the privilege and the pleasure of not only speaking with Eric and Tom, but um, you know, probably thousands of traders over the last dozen years. I get to answer the phones here at Right Line Trading. So I get to listen to a lot of traders, and I've heard a lot of issues of why they failed. And I could tell you that if you lacking consistency in your trading, you're absolutely not alone. Probably 95 to 98% of us lack consistency in our trading. And so that was really the genesis of this AI auto trader. So the main benefits are what this does is it eliminates the human errors that we always make. I listened to a presentation by a gentleman by the name of Chris Vermeulen, and he did a study on personality traits that traders and humans in general all share. And we all share, there's like a dozen main personality traits that we all have a certain percentage of mixed into our genes. We could blame it on our parents. But come to find out that there's 10 out of those 12 personality traits that just don't lend well to being a good trader. Our emotions get in the way. We make bonehead mistakes. We can't funnel out the other issues that are going on in the background, the phone ringing, the wife, the job, whatever it might be. So the benefits of this AI auto trader is once the strategies are enabled in your NinjaTrader 8, it's going to do all of the trading for you. Not only is it going to execute the trades, but it's also going to manage the positions for you. It's going to place your stop and your profit targets in the most ideal locations. And listen, I'm sure some of you in the past have tried automated strategies before, and so have I. And listen, from experience, I know that the biggest knock on auto traders has always been when market conditions change, they're just not as consistent. They lack consistency or they overtrade. They trade too much. I've had robots that just keep trading and they drive me nuts. And they don't filter out the losing trades. There's no specificity. So with this system here, we have something special and unique. I'm going to show you some results of some of our top strategies, and then explain to you what makes our system so unique. And just a little hint, it's artificial intelligence. Our system is able to dynamically change the position of the stop and profit targets based on the average true range of the market. And we do it in a really unique, clever way. If you're a prop trader, if there's any prop traders here, we've developed custom templates that our members are using to not only pass their evaluations, but once they get past that hump of getting a funded account, then we go to a more sustainable, conservative strategy that will you'll be able to gain consistent profits and payouts with these, all um, during adhering to all of the rules that these prop firms put into place. So I just want to highlight and tell you a little bit about the strategies that we're running. We have a very diversified portfolio of strategies. We've got all of the futures index equities covered. Excuse me just a moment. Now, the futures index equities, just to be clear, I'm referring to the ES, the NQ, the YM, and the RTY. We've also included some precious metals and some energy with gold and crude oil. So we've really got a finger on the pulse of the market. We have several strategies that are trading a well-diversified portfolio. And listen, it's not a secret. Institutions are really savvy. What they'll do is they do what's called sector rotation. It's a very news-driven market. When these economic reports come out or these news reports come out, there's political unrest or whatever it might be that given day. What these institutions are doing is they're rotating their equity into the instruments that they deem as having the least amount of risk. So it causes a lot of volatility on certain instruments throughout the trading session or throughout over the course of the trading month or year. So our system does a great job of keeping its finger on the pulse of where these institutions are rotating their assets or their equity. So I want to highlight one of our most consistent strategies. We call it the cash register. The bar type is a 5-minute bar. It's a 5-minute data series. It's a very conservative strategy. It takes maybe 3 or 4 trades per session. And this also leverages those same indicators that I showed you just a little bit earlier. I showed you a 30 range chart. My ES chart would have a 5-minute. So the 5-minute ES cash register from July 1st to August 21st. Now, I just want to, be very clear that this is trading one E-mini contract. One, our strategy parameters, every single input is fully adjustable. So once you feel comfortable and you see some consistency, there's nothing from preventing you from scaling up. If you see that the ES is gaining traction and you have a beautiful equity curve like this, it would be very common at this point to go to 2 or maybe even 3 contracts. So really the sky's the limit. These are very liquid instruments that we're trading. So from July 1st to August 22nd, we made just under $3,000 trading just one contract. Now, this is based on after commissions. And what I wanted to say, not this is based, but this is not a back test. I want to be really clear. This is not a back test. These are actual results trading the live market. Okay. A lot of our traders are really taken aback when they see results like these. And I'm going to get into how we're doing it. But I just want to mention that one of the secrets, not really a secret, but one of the ingredients to our success is we have a really great trade management strategy. We have very ambitious profit targets and some very unique ways to manage these positions. We're taking very little risk. If you see my average loser on my P&L here, on my trade performance, my average loser is anywhere from $100 to $160 per trade. My average winner on the flip side is anywhere from $300 to $1,000. So we have anywhere from a 3 to a 9 to 1 risk to reward ratio. So it just takes a couple of, 1 or 2 good trades for that week. And you're going to have a really nice equity curve like the one that you see here. So this was the ES on the 5-minute. I want to show you just a couple more. And this one here is on the ES on the 6 Unarenko, which is a little bit of a faster speed. A 5 minutes a little slow. A 6 Unarenko is going to speed it up a little bit. And we also have a diversity of data series of time frames that we trade these instruments on. From July 1st to August 22nd, our 6 Unarenko profited $3,575 trading one contract. We also have some really nice strategies on the Dow. The YM, you could see this equity curve from July 15th to August 22nd. Beautiful equity curve, bringing it up to $3,328, trading just one contract over the course of that month and a half. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to show you the top strategy we have for August, the month in full, has been gold. Gold, I mentioned that this system has the finger of the pulse on the market. Gold, we're having that political unrest out in the Middle East. And, when we get that political unrest, a lot of, it's very safe to put your money in precious metals. And some of those economic news reports that come out will also drive the price of gold up or down. So we've seen gold really go to record highs in these past 30 days. And our system has really capitalized on it. From August 1st to the 21st, it was up $3,450. I know today on the gold nugget, it was up another $1,000. So gold continues to be a really nice strategy to trade. I always love, because listen, prop trading has stormed onto the scene. And really the biggest benefit with trading a prop account, it's no secret, is we can go to sleep at night, right? I say that because I've blown out some live accounts, and I always say, I go to sleep at night talking to myself, saying, I must have quit trading 3 or 4 times. And that's why I'm so excited about this trading system. But the biggest benefit to prop trading is we're not risking our own capital for a nominal fee now, for the cost of the evaluation and the time that we put into it is really all that we could lose. Right now, there's several prop firms that are running 80 and 90% discounts, and for, $20 or $40, you're able to leverage their money with the opportunity to get a really nice payout. So since we have just a tremendous amount of members who are trading prop accounts now, we've really honed in on also catering to our prop traders. We have what are called the ODP. ODP is short for 1 day pass. For example, Apex, I know for sure, has what they call the 1 day pass. What does that mean? That means your profit goal, the most common account size is a $50,000 account. Our profit goal in order to pass that evaluation is to profit $3,000. And we must do it before we lose $2,500. Oh, and by the way, that $2,500 is a trailing drawdown. So every time you make some profits, that trailing threshold keeps coming up on you, and it's just waiting to take you out and blow your account. So the benefit is you're not risking your own money, but the downside, and there's always a downside, is they've put these rules that we have to follow and adhere to, where if we're trading our own live account, we wouldn't have to worry about that. So back to the point of the 1 day pass. We were taking the example of a $50,000 account with our profit goal of 3,000. So let's take the ES, let's take the NQ, I'm sorry, as an example. Today on the NQ, if I put my account on the NQ 50,000 1 day pass, this is a strategy that we've kind of time optimized. We know what I mean by time optimized. Every single one of our strategies, we run through a time optimization. It's inherent to the NinjaTrader 8 platform. It's called their trade performance. We can do an analysis over 30 or 60 days of any one of our strategies and be able to tell the most profitable times of the day. What we would do is we would put it on the half hour of the day. We would run the dates that we want to run the strategy, and we always use the entry time. This particular strategy, you could see between 11:30 and about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there's all green bars. Prior to that and just after that, they're all red bars. So man, the capabilities that that this system is going to have are they're really mind blowing. And I say that because, and I'm kind of giving away where I'm going with this presentation, but and I'm going to circle back to this, but the system I mentioned earlier, the downfall with automation has always been that it doesn't adjust to the changing market environment. When the trading environment changes, the strategies go stale. What this new technology is going to do is it's going to not only dynamically change the position of your stop and profit targets based on the average true range of the market, but it's also going to dynamically change your trading hour sessions to eliminate the times historically that it doesn't perform well and only trade during the trading hours that it does perform well. Okay, so with that in mind, and I'm going to come back to that, I'm going to tie it together in just a few moments, but I want to finish my point on the one-day pass. So the one-day pass, when I say we've time optimized it, that's kind of what I'm talking about. We've gone over the historical data, and we found the hours or the half hours out of the day that it just has, for one reason or another, it just wins during that time more often than it loses. We're just playing probabilities. So on the NASDAQ, trying to pass a $50,000 account, we're putting it right in that window that I just showed you between 11:30 and 12. Just so happens today, it takes an entry. We max out the number of contracts that Apex or whichever prop firm you're with, the Acme prop firm, allows you to trade. We max it out. For Apex, it's 10. So our ATM strategy on this one-day pass is going to be 10 contracts, okay? So we know our profit goal is $3,000. NASDAQ being $5 per tick, if we get 62 ticks, that's going to put us at about $3,100. It's going to cross us over into the passing that evaluation and covering our commissions on 10 contracts. So we maximize the number of contracts and we minimize the amount of ticks needed to get there. So we're leveraging 10 contracts to make 62 ticks to pass the evaluation in one trade. Okay, so that's the spirit of the one-day pass, and I can give you a perfect illustration. I'm not sure if this will come through on Zoom, but I'll try it. If you can't see it, maybe you'll let me know.
Sure.
I have a 30-second video that goes into really the spirit of the one-day pass. Let me know if you could see this. Are you able to see this?
I do. Yep.
Okay, great. So Mark on this video, and we do a live stream every day on YouTube. He's trading the one-day pass, 10 contracts, 62 ticks. He's using a trade copier across 5 or 6 evaluation accounts. And in this one trade, it goes up and it hits his profit target. And in just a few minutes on that one trade, he's passed the hurdle. He's jumped the hurdle on 6 separate evaluation accounts. So that's the spirit of the one-day pass. You know me, let me tell you, I'm kind of old school. You know, I'll take an evaluation. It'll go on for months. You know, and I'll be up and down, and I'll have blood, sweat, and tears into it. You know, only to finally mess it up. But with this AI auto trader, to leave it in the hands of these automated bots and the technology that that we're bringing forward, it really, I like to refer to it as prop trading on steroids. So the 1 day pass templates, that's the spirit of the 1 day pass templates. To give you an example of some of our more successful ones, from July 15th to mid-August, we had the crude oil ODP was on fire. And every 2 or 3 weeks on it, we have a Discord chat group. Our team crunches the numbers. We have actually an AI model that crunches the numbers for us. And we always post on a weekly basis which one of our 1 day passes statistically are giving you the best chances of passing the evaluations. Right now, it happens to be the RTY, the YM, and the NQ on the 30 range. Back when I put together these slides, it was crude oil and the Russell, I believe. So statistically, we normally have 2 or 3 of these 1 day pass templates. I don't want to over promise and under deliver. So let's call it 1 out of 3. Okay, even though I believe it to be a little higher than that. But let's go worst case scenario and call it a 33% chance. At $33 per account, you pay $100 for 3 accounts, and statistically, you should get one of those across the finish line using our 1 day passes in 1 day, in one trade in 1 day. So now I'm going to get back to where I left off because this AI revolution, and I alluded to the potential of this technology. We're just scratching the surface on it. Luckily, the gentleman that bought Right Line Trading, and I'm really speaking on his behalf, Mr. Mark Miller, is an expert at robotics and artificial intelligence. And he just so happened to buy the company from a guy that was brilliant at developing indicators. So all things work together for the good. We're in a collaboration with really a world-renowned AI development lab. Because listen, until very recently, our developers really didn't know how to integrate artificial intelligence into the platform. Do you use ChatGPT, and how do you do it? So we really put a lot of time and resources into this collaboration with experts in the field, and man, has it made a difference in our trading. So a lot of people ask, like Eric, who's been with us for a number of years, we struggled trying to find consistency in the past because of these changing market conditions. What has been the game changer, what we're finding to be the game changer, is this artificial intelligence. We've integrated this advanced machine learning algorithm into our software system. And I'm going to, without going too deep into the minutia, I do want to give you just a little bit of an understanding of how our technology works, because I really find it very fascinating. We have 2 components of it. We have a machine learning pattern recognition component. Listen, the market is very geometrical, like Fibonacci. I always think of the Fibonacci levels. There's symmetry to the trading environment. Candlestick patterns really add to that symmetry. There's certain patterns that develop again and again, whether it be a bullish engulfing, a bearish engulfing, a hammer, an inverted hammer. There's a number of different candlestick patterns that cause the market to go one way or the other. So they're good to use as entries and exits, we're finding. So we have machine learning capability that looks for a number of different pattern formations, candlestick patterns, and it does an action based on those candlestick patterns that form. So that's one component. The second component of the AI technology that we already have integrated is the continuous optimization of the position of our stop and our profit targets. What I mean by that, let me drop this for just a second. You can see in my strategies that each one of these strategies run with there's a bot. A bot is the actual strategy. The drone is we'll call it a companion strategy. It runs in tandem. The bot and the drone are a team. They run in tandem with one another. The AI bot, the 30 range Signal A AI bot, and the Signal A AI drone take a trade, and they take the trade in tandem. They are sharing the same database that's going to be running on your computer. And the information that they're sharing is really the average true range of the market. What do I mean by average true range? Well, you know what average true range is, but the way that NinjaTrader, the way we're able to calculate it, is if I go to my trades, in the trades component of NinjaTrader, they have what's called a MAE. That's your maximum adverse excursion. Your MFE is your maximum favorable excursion. So your MAE, the adverse excursion, is how much heat are you taking on your trades? The maximum favorable excursion is how far forward are they going before they come back and hit your stop. Okay, so what it's telling the system is what the range of the market is. And with this closed loop technology, it's able to take 30 or 60 days, an enormous amount of data, and look and see what the range of the market is. With this news-driven, fast-moving market, conditions change very quickly. So what we found to optimize the stop and the profit targets, we don't really need that big of a look back. Maybe 10 or 20 trades, and do the average of 10 or 20 trades, depending on which instrument. However, when we're going to time optimize a template, we would need a more substantial amount of data in order for that information to be significant. So the second component of the artificial intelligence that we currently have integrated with the bot and the drone, if it's a trending market, we want to be able to capture as much of that move as humanly possible. Today was a perfect day on the haymaker strategy. We had some big moves down, and the market was really flying. So if I scroll back and I look at the trades today, I want to show you a couple entries and where the system got in and where it got out. Here's a couple of them here. Now the system gets into a short entry. It does a beautiful retracement. We're in a short move, retraces very nicely. You could see my RSI line, and my oscillator is going to be down below. The trigger on this trade is going to be my RSI line in my Laguerre oscillator. That's the magenta line in my oscillator, is going to break down through the 80% line. So I get a big move down and a beautiful retracement back up to the 50, and then the price rolls back down into the direction of the trend. And the system loves the entry. It jumps in right at the cross, right here, and it's going to ride this trade down, and it had moved our profit target down to a 200 tick profit. So $1,000 winner on that trade. The market hits our full profit winner. The market kind of does the same exact thing. They say lightning doesn't strike twice, and it's not going to do this every day. I don't want to mislead you. But today, the market conditions were absolutely perfect for this entry. And some days it's a different entry that we use. But you could see it was a repeat. You could see price retraces back to the 50. Listen, when the market conditions become oversold, it's going to revert back to the mean, which it does here, and again does another nosedive back into the direction of the trend to get us out at our profit session target, which is right around $2,000. So trading those two contracts, trading that one contract, those two trades, put us right to where we wanted to be. But the important thing is, and I'm hoping that we did pull in a few losers, and I'm sure we did earlier in the session. Here, you could see we got chopped up. But remember, our risk to reward ratio on these is leaned heavily in our favor. We're going to pull in some losers. However, if we can be, if we've come to the conclusion that the numbers show and they prove that if we can maintain a 40% win rate with this strategy, you can back a Brinks truck up to your house because your trading account's going to be loaded with the way this strategy trades. So it gets chopped up early. It gets chopped up early, and then it comes back and takes those two big winners, and it puts us on the sidelines with a $1,700 win. And it wasn't just that strategy alone that did it. Today was a really great day, and you could see my P&L. Can you imagine having the ability to manually take trades on a number of different instruments simultaneously on a number of different time frames in a fast moving market and having the ability to put up numbers like that? Really, there's very few people. There are some people out there. There's that 2 or 3% that are just have those natural abilities. I always refer to Michael Jordan playing basketball. You have to be given God-given, supernatural abilities to be able to do that, or have a really powerful bot that's doing it for you with no human emotion whatsoever. So where are we going next with this? And I'm really excited to show you this next component. And I'm wrapping up. I'm just
there's no
about
rush.
done.
You have time.
Okay, thank you. So the next component, what's coming out next? Because remember, this collaboration with the AI Development Lab is ongoing. This is not something that, listen, the optimization process, I've been at it for 10 or 12 years, but listen, before me, it's something that never ends, is my point. Until we win every single trade we take, which, isn't likely to happen anytime soon, then the optimization process ends. But until then, listen, we keep integrating more components, more intelligence into this and making it more and more efficient. So where are we headed to make it more efficient? And that's where I really kind of showed you earlier that analysis that does an optimization of the trading hours, because man, this is turning out to be really a lot more important than we realized at first. It turns out that we can use what we've already had in place that optimizes the position of the stop and the profit targets. I was mentioning how we have a bot. Every one of our bots is running in tandem with the drone, sharing the database, and it's telling them in a news-driven market, whether it's a ranging market or it's a trending market, on exactly where they should put your stop and profit targets to have the most efficient output. Well, the next step in this is the drone is now going to run 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. I believe we're going to turn it on Sunday night after 6 as well. But you get the idea. It's going to run in very wide trading hours, the drone is. And it's going to accumulate this data, an enormous amount of data. And over 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you'll be amazed that how many times we see looking at each half hour of the day. I went back to my analysis of the half hour of the day. This one only shows from 8:30 to 3. Okay. We want to increase our efficiency with these drones and these bots. And the way that we have planned to do it is we're going to run the drone 23 hours a day. We believe and we know that there's opportunities that we're really not taking advantage of now. The way we're going to do it is we have what we call a closed loop system. This closed loop system is going to analyze every single entry that each one of our drones and bots take. It's going to analyze every entry that the drone takes. Okay. It's going to be able to analyze over a 30, 60, even a 180-day time frame and be able to narrow down the windows up to 3 trading sessions that it deemed the most profitable times to trade. So within our strategy parameters, in order to prepare for this, what we did was if I go to one of my strategies and I open up the parameters of it, what we've built into it was what we call our trading session hours. These are the global parameters, and that goes into the conditions that must be met for an entry to be triggered. But the trading hours are extremely important, and we want to be very specific about when we trade. So what we're doing is we're giving the system the ability to add up to 3 trading sessions. And what we want to be able to do is while the drone is running 23 hours a day, we want to give it the ability. Let me bring this over here. Kind of to give you a good visual of what's going on. We want to be able to give it the ability to take these profitable windows that it's finding and dynamically, and what I mean by dynamically, just to be clear, is automatically, without your input, without us having to take time to do any of this. These are all calculations that are being run through a very powerful closed loop system. And the results are never wrong. They're always dead spot on. They never make a mistake. It's hard to believe. But these trading session hours, what it's going to do, it's going to be able to add trading sessions. And if it has a profitable session between 8:30 and 9:30, then it's going to put that in as session number 1. Session number 2, it'll take a break. It'll go to sleep during these hours that over the course of months, it historically does poorly. And it's not going to trade during those times. And we're going to step aside. Sure, we're going to miss out on some winning trades. There's no doubt. But we're going to be data driven. Our analysis is always going to be our inputs are always going to be data driven, and we're going to go with the most likely times that we have to be consistently profitable. So here in our example, it's 11:30 right up to 2 o'clock. So our second trading hour would be 11:30 to 2. Once we start accumulating data over a 23-hour period, I'm sure there's times during the London Open or who knows what, the Asian Open, we're going to discover other trading sessions that are very profitable, that are going to be dynamically added into each one of our trading templates, our strategy templates. So in my example on my slide, what it's showing is this, and this is an actual picture of Sergio's workspace. It was crunching the data on the 20 Unarenko drone. And what it found was if you started at 4:30 a.m. and run it to 8 a.m., it had a profit of $6,960. Then if it goes to sleep and starts back up from 10:30 to 11:30, it makes another $27.95. Then if it goes to sleep and takes a lunch break and comes back from 12 to 1:30 in the afternoon, it's going to make another $2,500. And the technology is going to use that to dynamically change the inputs in your strategy template. And you're only going to be trading the times that are the most profitable. So that's the next integration that we're hoping to have by next Friday. We have it fully developed, and we're just testing it now. We like to test it, for several weeks before we release it, and just to make sure before we release it that it's working properly, which I know it is. But hopefully this Friday, if not this Friday, the latest it'll be is next Friday. So that's where we're headed with this, with these dynamically changing trading hours. I always like to do a short look. These strategies can be really streaky. And, what I like to do is before my trading session, like this morning, I was looking at the haymaker, which I know historically is one of our most powerful strategies. And I just wanted to see, this week, how the haymaker was hanging in there. And it turns out that, I mean, the haymaker, if I take my 30 range on the signal A, this week alone, it's up $2,590. The max drawdown was 567. I'm trading that 30 range haymaker. So it's really an extremely exciting strategy to trade. If I add in my AI technology and put my bots and my drones, so I'm trading the haymaker, which is static. It doesn't leverage the AI technology. And I also include my AI technology. That one strategy, trading one contract this week, is up just under $9,000. So the potential is just mind boggling of how powerful these strategies are. I also alluded to the pattern recognition. That's a strategy that we just integrated. It's called our Smart Stop 2. And our Smart Stop 2 is leveraging that pattern recognition. And we're still time optimizing that template. But we're getting some really nice trading hours. This is that template this week. We need to refine the trading hours. You see in the morning pre-market, right up until about 11:30 is our window of opportunity. From 11:30 to 2 o'clock, we're finding that we're getting very good results using that pattern recognition. And we're using that as an exit on this particular strategy. It's really a fascinating strategy. If you get time to check us out on YouTube, we run a live stream. And what we do is we give the NASDAQ some room. We give it some breathing room, some wiggle room. And we let the trade mature, and we let it hang, and we kind of let it drift out there and it'll start floating towards our profit target, and it won't exit the trade. If it's in a long trade, it'll look for a bearish engulfing candle and immediately pop you out of the trade, and vice versa on a short trade. So it's some really great technology that's also been integrated into this auto trader. So I want to make a special offer for your community, Tom. And
Great.
I have a special link. I think I've shared it with you. Do you have the link?
I've got a link that you gave me. I don't know if it's like an affiliate link, but I don't know
Yeah,
if that gives a discount or not.
I think I do. I think I embedded your just the coupon code is embedded into that link. Um,
Let me
and
see
I
here.
I went a little bit longer than I anticipated. I planned it. I'm really sorry if I've gone overstepped my welcome.
Oh, no, no, you're fine. Yeah, I don't know if there's a code that's embedded or not.
Okay, I
If you
have
have
it.
a different
Yeah,
code or URL, that'd be great.
yeah. Let me give you.
I didn't see that email.
These have the.
Just paste those in the chat, that'd be great.
Sure. Okay. Let me come down. Okay. Hmm. Let me put those in the chat box for you.
And then Bill Lang had a question for you. He says, please show multi-year equity curve of system performance. Yeah,
I don't have a multi-year. Um, this technology we don't use. It's important to know, and that's a really great question because consistency is very important. Um, we don't use. I can use a strategy analyzer and give you a multi-year analysis, but I really wouldn't be doing you a favor by doing that. We found in our experience that those strategy analyzers that you run on NinjaTrader are not accurate. You can't rely on those. I can give you a multi-year analysis that would, look dynamite, but it's probably in reality not going to be as good as it looks on that equity curve. So all of the analysis that we have is going to be in real time, forward testing. We don't do any back testing. So I would be happy to get you that analysis, and we do keep it. The analysis that I've showed you today goes back a few months, and if you want longer than that, if I can send it to you, Tom, so you could share it with your members.
Okay, sure. Getting an error that says that coupon does not exist.
Okay. On which one is that?
Oh, for both of them, it didn't subtract anything.
It
I had to
didn't.
manually, I had to manually do it. It didn't work with the URL.
Okay, let me check.
So you have to type in this
Copy and paste
coupon.
it. You have to copy in the coupon.
It looks like it,
Let's give it a try.
Oh, it's an invalid URL because you have two question marks in there. Let's see if I can fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that works. So that second question mark needs to go away. It should be like this. There should be one
Will
question
you put it
mark.
in for me?
Yeah, I did
Oh,
for
great.
that first bundle, a lifetime. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm a web developer, so I notice that kind of stuff. So
Thank you. Thank you for your help. I'm definitely not a web developer.
okay, so that one works too. So that's the annual annual with $1,000 off. The first one was the lifetime, and then this is a yeah, so they both work. They're $1,000 off either one.
Okay, great. Um, so the special offer, let me explain really what it includes. A lot of our members, when they see this, get a little anxious because some of them are not very familiar with the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And I want to assure you that our customer support team is not only going to do a white glove installation, and it's important to know that we include templates for all of the charts, all of the strategies, and the workspace. We also developed a tool that builds it for you. So we're very customer service friendly. And to give my customer service team just quick props. If
Charles is excellent.
Yeah, Charles is really a great guy. But if you go to Trustpilot and read our reviews, you'll see review after review of people very pleased with our customer service and our trading system. And we have some really great reviews. So not only are you going to receive white glove installation, but throughout the lifetime of your membership, our team always makes our calendar links available. We also have a great Discord chat group. If you're having trouble, I see your question, Peter. If you're having trouble with anything to do with NinjaTrader in general or our trading system, we're always willing to give you a helping hand, and I think that's really important. So the customer service is all included. We have these special, as I mentioned earlier, the prop trading component. We have our one-day pass templates, and we have our PA templates that we're building out even further at this time. Those are going to be included in the special offer. That's a $14.99 value that's going to be included for your members. And so if you decide to take us up on the offer, you're going to get the full Monty. You're going to get the live account templates. You're going to get the prop trading templates. We discussed the tech support. You're also going to get the two masterclass modules that go into all of the indicators, the functionality of the indicators, all of the conditions of the strategy itself. And module number 2 is a little more advanced. It goes into how to optimize and build your own trading strategy on any time frame that you'd like to do. I did mention, our company is extremely transparent. If the system has a bad day, we, wear it like a pimple on the end of our nose. There's no hiding from it. We're on YouTube Live every morning, and you're always welcome to check us out. So the special offer, and this is good right through the end of the weekend. The price is going to remain the same. We have a special Labor Day sale that's going to be good. So it'll be good through actually Monday instead of Sunday. And the we like to do a kind of a small, medium, and large. I'll have to get you a link for the monthly because I think that I don't think I saw a monthly, but I'll get you one. But the monthly is really not the best way to go, but it's certainly an option that you could take advantage of. Normally it's $7.99. For this special offer, we have a coupon code that'll save you $200. Please, if you're going to order the system, please use the links that Tom provides for you. Also, if you want to take advantage of a little better value, the annual is discounted to $23.99 for the Labor Day special. Instead of $33.99, we have a coupon code save$1000 that's going to bring the total price to $23.99. And if you do the math on that, it breaks down to about $200 a month. For about $200 a month, you'll have the full trading system. You have everything, and you'll be able to, join us if you'd like, and you'll have the full Monty for the
Well,
whole
the
year.
other way to look at it is 4 months of the monthly. It gets you an annual.
Exactly, exactly. So it's a much better value. Um, and then the best value, if you have the means, is the lifetime. This is the last time we're going to do it at this price because we're releasing the dynamically adjusting trading hours, which is, I'm telling you, our testing is showing this is going to be, it's going to bring so much more efficiency to our results. Even though we're getting good results now, they're only going to get stronger. So if you can get in now before Labor Day, you'll save 50% off of the $59.98. So the total price, as a member with Tom, is going to be $29.99, and that will give you the lifetime, forever. No matter what additional instruments or technology that we integrate into the system, you'll always get it for free as long as you own this AI trading system. Tom, one thing that really distinguishes us is I see a lot of vendors, they transition from one strategy to the next. And every couple months, they'll have a new one. Let me tell you, that's not the case here. Mark Miller, this is his baby, the owner of Rightline. He's not going anywhere from this. He's never going to be finished with this system. Just to give you some insight,
It's like a
this
website. It's never done.
exactly, exactly. Um, you can always make it better. Um, so he's not. He's not going to sit on his hands with this one, and he's not going to move on to another shiny object. This is our baby, and we're going to make this the most powerful automated system that a retail trader can find. Last but certainly not least, I wanted to answer the question. Oh wow, that's amazing, Eric. Let's see a multi-year before Monday. Yeah, sure, I'll get that to you, Bill. There was other. Do you
Yeah,
offer a special? Uh-huh.
Eric said my Aeromir Apex code is giving 90% off, even though they're only advertising 80.
I saw that. I can't wait to use it. Thank you
Yeah,
so
try it out
much.
and let me know because I can't use my own affiliate code, so
I
I'm
know.
kind of
I hate
annoyed.
that. I will check it out. As soon as I'm done, I'll let you know. I can't wait to jump on that. Um, Man, you got a great coupon code. So I wanted to, was that question for me, Peter, about the special discount for NinjaTrader software?
I think it was.
Listen, the best thing to do is to do that 90% off. That includes the NinjaTrader license key and the data feed. But no, we're not able to get anywhere close to the discount that Tom is able to get you with that 90% off. With Ninja, I don't think anybody gives a discount.
No, I don't think so. Although there are, I mean, most prop firms will give you a license to like Ninja, and like I signed up for a Fast Track Trader account. Their CEO just got married, so if you go FTT_wedding when you check out, it's like 49% off. But they give you a free NinjaTrader license with level 2 data,
Oh,
which is
wow.
really nice. Yeah. And there's
Awesome.
no evaluation. That's once you pay for it, it was like 220 bucks. You're starting to make money. There's
Oh,
no
wow.
evaluation period.
Amazing. Oh, that's a great deal. You have to
So
share that with me.
another interesting one. Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to share it with our members too. I just wanted to, I always, squirm in my seat. And I don't know why, but I kind of squirm in my seat when I see other people show testimonials. And I don't know why it makes me feel uncomfortable because when you go on Amazon, it's like really weighs heavy into my decision making process to see what other people's experience is. I just want to highlight just one or two, and I'm not going to overdo it because and they're genuine, and that's why I really wanted to show you this. We have a trader. Her name is Marcia. This happens to be Simon. This month, he was able to make over $16,000 in profit over seven of his Apex accounts. But what the one person that I really want to show, because man, I just love this lady. She's just a really spiritual person. She's a God loving, God fearing woman. And her name is Marcia. And she has absolutely zero experience with trading futures. She's kind of traded some in the Forex world with some automated bots, but never the futures. Well, let me tell you, she, absorbs information like a sponge. What I noticed about her was she's very eager to learn. She was on my calendar twice a day, every day for a month. Um, and and I really don't mind helping her. It's a lot, but I don't mind helping her. And she was very eager to learn. So I noticed that about her. She's a small business owner. She's in the medical field. And she was able to accomplish incredible results. In the first 45 days that she started with us, she started with Apex account number one. By the time she got to Apex account number 50 in evaluations, she had 10 funded accounts, 10 50,000 accounts, and she did it in the first 45 days. So somebody with absolutely zero trading experience, trading futures or with the prop firms, was able to successfully, within the first 2 months of trading, lean heavily on this AI auto trader and the experience of our team in our community because she collaborates with our community of traders in Discord. She was able to really shorten that learning curve substantially. To be able to accomplish that in 45 days is significant. It took most of us years to, to be able to do that, and she did it in 45 days. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer person, and she continues to do well. So that's the only testimonial and I have others, but I don't want to bore you with them. But I just want to end with one last message before I turn it back over to you, Tom. I just want to say that my trading journey has always been full of potholes and speed bumps. I started by telling you I've blown, probably 10 trading accounts and have quit trading probably a dozen times. I remember laying in bed at night, just so frustrated because it always seemed that success was right there within my
That
reach.
carrot right in front of you, right?
Yeah, it was right there, Tom. And there were flashes of greatness. I had tremendous success on a few days, but the consistency wasn't there. And ultimately, I gave it back. But listen, traders are perseverers. And I really believe that with this AI auto trader, I bring a message of hope. If you've blown out accounts, if you haven't been successful in the past, or if you want to add to what you're already doing that's doing well, I really think that this is the system that potentially can be a game changer for you. And I really appreciate you having me on the show, and it was a pleasure to be able to talk to your members today.
Absolutely, Rory. Be happy to have you back anytime. So maybe when you do your update and you get some information or data to share, just let me know and we'll have you back on.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back.
I'll be back. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, thanks everyone. And thanks, Rory. Really appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, it's I've been doing the prop futures thing for almost, I guess, about a year now. I've got a couple funded accounts, still haven't gotten a payout. I keep blowing it. So
Mm,
hopefully something like this auto trader will keep me a bit more consistent. So
great.
we'll let everybody know.
All right. Sounds great, Tom. Thanks again for having me.
You bet. Thanks, Rory.
Bye bye.